Should we just start?
Let's just start.
All right. Hey everyone, it's Hal. This is Quail Studios Guitar. I have a special guest today.
Hey, it's Serene at Serene Vocal Studio. Welcome to his channel and my channel, all the channels.
Fantastic. I'll wave at yours too.
Hi.
All right, very good. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
You want to do
Great to be here.
You want to do a rehearsal?
Yeah, let's do a rehearsal. We have to do a rehearsal because it's way more fun to sing with a live accompanist.
All right, here we go.
Wise men say, falling in love with you. That's fun.
Okay. Thanks for being here.
Sure, thanks for having me.
I have people on my channel that say, wow, I want to learn how to sing. And I say, go see Serene Vocal Studio. I really do, because you're pretty good.
I'm okay. And actually, it's two different things to be able to do it and do it well, and to coach and coach well. So I've actually been stretching and strengthening my skill of coaching people the last 4 years pretty intensely. And so I think I've gotten pretty good at coaching other people. And now I'm also strengthening my own skill right now as well, which I kind of always am, but it's like, man, I need to be able to do some things. As a vocal coach, you have to be able to do it and teach it. And they're two different skills. And some people think if you can sing, you can coach, and that's not always the case.
Right. Okay, so we just sang Can't Help Falling in Love. Serene just sang it. I just played it.
We should have done a duet, really.
That's okay. We can do a duet on another song.
Sure.
We could do I'm Yours or something like that.
Sure. You don't want to talk? Did you want to talk?
Yeah, let's talk.
All right.
Okay,
This is
so
your
what do you
interview,
do on
right?
your channel?
Well, I do a couple different things. Lately, I've been doing a lot of reacting because I find that as I react to people, I actually kind of pick up on things they're doing well or not doing well and kind of coach the audience along with the reaction. So I kind of do two things at once. But I also do coaching of specific songs on my channel. I've done vocal warm-ups and exercises. What else have I done?
Okay, wait. What's the video? I think I've heard about this. What's the video that kind of went viral first on your channel?
Oh, my first viral video for my channel was my solfege video. Do you know solfege? You may or may not know that term. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do I know it? Who knows?
Solfege. If you don't know what solfege is and you want to learn how to sing, go over to Serene Vocal Studio and she'll teach you about that.
Yes, yes. It helps train your ear. With singing and anything musical you do, you need to have your ear in tune, in training. You need to have your ear training down, basically. Ear training is super important, as well as the ability to read music. Like reading music and ear training, it's like reading and writing versus speaking. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's really, yeah. Ear training is super big in the guitar world too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that ask me, you know, how do you figure out songs and how do you do that? And ear training, it's all about ear training. It's about being able to hear a pitch and to be able to find it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ear training is so important. So solfege is all about training your ear to hear different pitches, but also having that physical body connection to your brain so that you can have a couple different points for your brain to connect with to get it cemented into your brain. Because if you just sing do, right, you're singing it and you're feeling it, but if you put a hand sign to it and then you can see it visually as well, all of a sudden you have something visual to look at as you are singing do, whereas before it was just coming from here and you were just feeling the vibrations and hearing it with your ear. But all of a sudden we're making the connection here, here, and with our ear.
So this is really important.
It's very important.
Okay, I've never done that.
You've never done that?
No, I've never done that.
Done what?
So,
Solfege?
you know, I've never done the hand signs.
What?
So teach me what they are.
Okay. Give me
like
a
this.
middle C.
So,
Do you have a middle C for me?
yeah.
Do, how was do? I think I was a pitch down.
Yeah,
That's not
pretty
too
close.
bad. Do, re, mi,
like this?
I don't know.
Okay, fa.
Because when we run far, we don't like it. Fa. Don't like to run fa.
Fa.
We like to run short distances. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Like you're directing. Hello. So, la. Rainbows.
La.
Ti, do, do. And you go down. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. If you want to really amp it up, you could do chromatic solfege. That's another video. It didn't go quite as viral, but it's really helpful, really helpful. I had somebody on my Facebook page actually tag me on my Facebook page and say, hey, Serene, so my sibling or something was asking me about chromatic solfege, and they said, go look it up on YouTube. And they're like, lo and behold, your video pops up. Oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah, what can I say? Which chromatic is going up the scale chromatically, which is note by note by note, not just a major scale, right?
Right.
Which we're getting into more theory here, and normally my theory videos do terribly. I don't know about yours.
That's a chromatic scale.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you want to learn chromatic solfege?
Just go ahead and do it for us.
Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, so, si, la, li, ti, do. If you go down, it's different. Do, ti, te, la, le, so, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do.
Perfect. I'm impressed. It's really great.
Be impressed.
So, if you want to know more about singing, go over and see Serene at Serene Vocal Studio.
Come see me at my channel. We have a lot of fun over there, don't we?
You know what I really like about your channel is that, like, when you do those reaction videos, I've learned about a bunch of singers that I never knew about before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your reaction to them, I never realized some of the things that they were actually doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that they were that intense, or that it was that intricate, or something like that. You know what I mean? When they were singing. Most people listen to a song and just are like, wow, they're really good, but do you know why they're really good? Actually, the really diehard fans who are fans of, say, Morissette, Ammon, or Dimash, they know. They're like, did you hear that breath hold from this note to this note? And do you know that they went up to an A6? Or, you know, they'll know the little details. But I'm not sure often if they've just heard about it from other people, or whether or not they actually know what they're talking about. Right. If that makes sense. No, it's great. But I think it's really great because just watching those videos, I learned things about vocal production and what I need to do. Yeah. That's what's really great about it. Well, and I try to pick out things that I notice that they do really well, because often if a singer is doing something really well, they've worked really hard at it. In one of my last videos of Morissette, she was doing some, well, no, this is a video that hasn't been released yet. It's my reaction video of Morissette singing Rise Up. I will rise up. Anyway, in Rise Up, she does these ooh. For a lot of people, pursing their lips into an ooh space is really challenging. And they're like, wait, you want me to do what? And they do this kind of nothing's going on with my mouth, right? There's no space. Ooh, ooh. So picking out things like that they're doing really well, if you're trying to become a singer or sing better, it's important to know physically what they're doing, not just with the sound, because their instrument is their body, right? Right, right. Okay, should we do another song? Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's try it. All right.
Skip to the end.
And you'll find the stars show. So please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. This is our fate, and yours. That'll work. Can we go with that? Oh gosh, really that was painful.
Okay, that's funny. Let's just stop there. Okay, thank you for being here. You want to say anything else?
What else did you want to say?
I don't know. It's been really great to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me here. It's been so fun. We've been having a lot of fun getting to sing together, talk together. Is there anything you wanted to know about solfege in terms of I Am Yours?
No.
Dang it. Because you know what we could do is sing a song in solfege with solfege hand signs.
Really? How do you do that?
Oh, well, there's this one song. I won't tell you the lyrics, but it goes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, do, re, mi, sol, mi, re, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, sol, fa, mi. That's singing a song in solfege, with solfege and with the hand signs.
That's fantastic.
I used to be able to do the soprano, alto, tenor, and bass part. I could probably pull it up and do it at some point, but I don't have the music in front of me.
Okay, so we'll have to work on that, right? This is something I've never tried to do before. Okay.
How in the world do you have such a good ear then?
Well, I don't know.
There's other ways.
Been working on it.
There's other ways.
There's other ways to climb the mountain,
Yeah.
you know, other paths to get there.
So I have a question for you.
What's that?
So you mainly play guitar on your channel, right? You play guitar, you teach guitar, but we've noticed that you sing.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been singing for, and what has it taken for you to be where you're at with your singing voice? Did you just come that way?
Yes. No.
Did you just come that way?
When I was 12 years old, I said I want to be a singer. So that's when I decided that I wanted to be a singer, right? And so when I was singing with other kids around me, like they thought it was they were too cool to sing. And so I would sing because I wanted to be a singer. And there was this in my church, you know, there was like this other guy named Gary and this other girl, I think it was Lisa. And we made a little group together and we were called the Snickerdoodles.
Oh, so cute. The Snicker. Wait. Is there sort of three of you?
Three of us.
Like a little
That was a little trio.
trio.
And there was a lady in church that kind of, you know, helped us. She like helped us and directed us and kind of gave us some vocal instruction and stuff like that. Just made sure that we could, you know, put it all together.
Who came up with the name Snickerdoodle?
I don't know. But you know what a Snickerdoodle is?
Yeah,
It's a cookie.
I know.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're the Snickerdoodles. So that was my first group that I was ever in. And I started playing guitar around 12 years old, and I learned how to play guitar and sing. I would just do it because I've been playing music since I was 6. Right? I played organ for 6 years. But I also took up trumpet when I was in junior high school. It was called junior high school, but now it's called middle school. So I did a lot of singing, and it was really fun and all that kind of stuff. And so a friend of mine across the street, we played guitar together, we just sang together. And so I was really self-taught for a while.
Wow.
And then when I was about 15, I had a friend call me up and say, hey, you want to play bass in our band? And we were called the Johnstown Flood.
Ooh.
And so I was like one of the singers, and I played bass, and we did that. And then I did some other bands. Later on, I did a garage band, and then I got into another band called Renaissance when I was 18. And at the same time, about the time that I did Renaissance, I went to college, and I took a vocal class. And the teacher, her name was Jane Hardister. That was her name. I sang for her. And, you know, in front of the whole class, there's like 35 people there or something like that. And she stopped me after about 10 seconds and said, what instruments do you play? And I said, who is this lady? How does she know I play anything? Because I'd never seen her before in my life, except for this class, right? So I told her, you know, that I played trumpet and guitar and piano and, you know, organ. And she's going, you need to be in my choir. And she also became my vocal teacher. So that was my first real vocal class.
In college, when you were 18?
When I was 18.
Wow.
Right. But she knew that I had, the reason she asked me what instruments do you play is because she knew that I was hitting the notes right on the money. At least I sort of was. And so she knew that I had been, you know, playing instruments for a while. And not just one instrument, but multiple
Several.
Instruments.
Yeah.
I finally figured that out, that's what she meant. And then I went back to school. I mean, I had several vocal teachers over the years. You know, I even did some opera and things like that. And I found out that I don't like opera. No, I don't really like it.
That's okay.
But
I like certain opera. It depends on what it is.
yeah, I just didn't like it. But I studied it for a while. I did some arias and things like that,
Good.
you know. But it's not something that just comes out. You have to, and you know, you study diction, and I was in choirs. I was in her choir, which was the El Camino College Chorale, and I was in an a cappella choir in another college, which was the premium choir, you know.
I can tell you as a vocal coach that if you hear somebody sing, and if you've heard enough people sing, that you can tell whether or not somebody plays an instrument, which is probably, you know, what she heard in your voice. You can hit the notes, you have good ear training, because you have to have some sort of, you know, normally when you start at a young age, you do start with more of an ear training background. You don't go straight to, okay, let's read the notes on the page. But if you have both eventually, it can be really helpful just for your overall musicianship. But since you started so young, I'm sure that's how your ear started to get developed. But you were probably developing your ear even before 6 years old, is what I would imagine.
Right. So what can people do when they're adults and they want to learn how to sing?
Just start singing. Sing as much and as often as you can.
Maybe I'll keep this on my lap for a second.
If you want to teach your children or your grandchildren to have a really good, really start to train their ear to be able to hear music, but not just music. Music is not just notes on the page, it's also rhythm, it's empty space, right? Because music is made up of notes and empty space. You can't have one without the other. If everything was just straight tone, it would be totally boring. If everything was straight silence, we would be meditating.
So silence, I tell my students that silence is the canvas that we put music on.
But you can't cover it all up though.
No. No, sometimes you have to let that canvas show through. Mm-hmm. Like you do, you know, when you're drawing, you know,
exactly.
You let the canvas show through.
So if you want to train your kids or your grandchildren, so to speak, when they're little teeny tiny, just start imitating what they're doing. If they're making like a cooing sound like they're a baby, they're going, ah, you just do that next, you just do it again, do it to them. Ah, they'll probably do it back to you, and it's kind of this like back and forth, but that is like this natural way of how to train your ear even in the early years. Did you notice that with your kids? Because you had a bunch of those, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Cool.
Yeah, and we did that. My wife would do it because we met in a choir, and she studied voice. And so, yeah, what happened was that she would play with the kids vocally, and they would play back. And that's how they learned how to sing.
So what does that mean, play with them vocally?
Oh, you know, like you just said. You know, they'll make a noise and you make a noise back, and then you make a different noise and then they imitate you back and forth like that.
Imitation, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, right.
You can even go beyond imitation and start doing, when they get a little bit older, 2 or 3, you can start hitting pitches, whether it's on your guitar or piano, you can play 2 pitches and go bom, bom, and you see if they can hit those notes, right? Do, do, and just make a game out of it. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay, well, we need to go.
Okay, thanks for joining us today. It was so fun. Thank you for letting me come on your channel.
Yeah, it was great. Sweet. Thank you. And so I guess we'll see you later. Follow Serene. Are you on any social media or anything like that?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm probably the most active on Instagram right now. Instagram, YouTube, at Serene Vocal Studio. Go ahead and comment below if you have any questions for me or for Hal here. Mm-hmm. And like this video, subscribe to Quail Studios.
And go over to Serene's channel too.
Come and subscribe over here.
I'll put the link below in the description.
And I would love to know that you came from Hal here, because it helps me know kind of where you come from and what you're looking for. You can comment on anything and say, hey, I'm looking for a tutorial of how to sing I'm Yours, or whatever you want.
Right. And so I've got a Patreon page and a Subscribe Star page, and if you want to donate, I've also got a PayPal button below that you can donate to. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's end it.
Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your eyes and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love.
Okay.
That's what I do.
All right.
I can't not end there. That's etched in my brain.
All right. That's what you're going to do.